So a lot of people will ask, like, hey man, you know, it's early in the day, how are you going so fast? Or how are those guys doing that? They're taking less risk than everyone else. This is where we see the most crashes. This is where we see the most mistakes. And you know, to be clear, most of the crashes, they're ultimately mistakes, right? Either we got in too hot, we're off the line, we don't know where we're at, and they could easily be avoided. How many people ride through here and they've seen people in every part of this entering the launch? Raise your hand. Everybody, right? You still see an expert group. We were out here the other week riding in experts, and I watched them taking different lines. This X is actually pretty good. When I come into the launch, I'm entering about right here, somewhere in this range. I never ride on the inside, never. And the reason that is when I ride, I'm scared to crash. I'm always trying to lean the bike less, take less risk, and set the bike up so I can go as fast as possible. When you're set up so far on the inside, if you're looking this way, how far do I gotta lean the bike over to make the next turn? A lot, right? When we get to the downside, y'all see that's off camber. So I'm off camber, having to lean the bike over more. Where's my chance of a crash? What's the risk? It starts to go up, right? I'm trying to go faster and keep the risk down. You're setting up for it. Now follow me the way I'm going up this hill. As I get to the top of it, I'm letting the bike come inside to set up for the turn. As long as we stay on that line right here, there was no lean. Look at that. It's just a straight shot. So right here through this section, I'm still on the gas. Okay, let me tell you a quick secret. So he's downshifting as soon as he gets to this cone. So when he goes over the launch, he's off camber and he's catching a downshift. Risk starts going up. I come over this in fourth. I catch third here. This small section. So you stayed right here where you straighten this up. Right here, I'm right here. Now I'm about to flick the bike left, right? The bike's up and down at the most point the bike is up and down is right here. While the bike is up and down right here, I put it in second. Second gear, and then I finish the rest of the section. I don't want to downshift when I'm leaned over turning. I downshifted when I got the bike straight up and down. And I'm clipping this as close as possible. The reason we're clipping this is so when you're getting on the gas and work your way up to it. About right here, I'm wide open again. And the reason I'm wide open is because I'm all the way on the inside. I'm letting the bike drift me all the way to where I need to be. So think about it, if you're right here, you don't want to steer the bike to come over here. All you have to do is just give it a little gas. And when you give it the gas, what does the bike do if you're right here and you give it gas? It's going to push you wide, right? When we enter the keyhole, you want to always stay on the inside, always. Even in a race, I never get on this concrete patch. If for any reason, if I have to get on that concrete patch, I just shut it down because it's not worth the risk. I see people enter this correctly, but when we get in this area is when we start to see people get onto the concrete patch, back onto the track, concrete patch, back onto the track. If we clean this up and do this section, man, y'all see how much time you'll drop and how much safer it feels to ride. Every time we walk the track, and I learned more from walking the track than I did riding just because I got to understand what I was doing.